I had 12 victims. Then I met her.
Hello everyone, I'm Eric, but everybody calls me Sir Sig, a Filipino writer and horror story host. And this is Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Komiks. On this channel, I share Filipino horror stories that I personally write, inspired by our culture, our beliefs, and the many mysterious stories that exist in the Philippines. I grew up hearing stories about ghosts, spirits, diwata, engkanto, and other creatures from our folklore, and this channel is my way of sharing those stories with all of you. Some of the stories you'll hear here are pure horror fiction that I wrote, but many of them are also real-life experiences sent by my followers directly to my Facebook page, Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Komiks. I read their stories, write them into narrative form, and share them here so more people can hear about these strange and terrifying experiences. I also want to be honest with you. My English is not very good, so I use Edge Translator and AI voice to help me tell my stories in English. I hope you don't mind the AI voice, but I promise you that every story on this channel is written with effort, passion, and the goal of entertaining your mind. And maybe even giving your soul a little chill. So if you enjoy horror stories, mysteries, and tales inspired by Filipino culture and folklore, you're in the right place. Turn down the lights, relax, and listen carefully.
I've done it 12 times. The secret is choosing the right woman. Someone with just the right look. Not too loud, not too noticeable. So when she sat across from me at the bar, I already knew she would be next. Hello, beautiful. Beer. She looked at me from head to toe, slowly studying me. Then she spoke softly. I've been waiting for you to ask that. Her eyes briefly dropped to my hands before returning to meet mine. She had a small smile on her lips, like she already knew what I had in mind. I smirked as I ordered 2 stallion beers. For the next hour, we talked. She was the sweetest woman I had ever met, and somehow, that only made me want to add her to my list even more. I asked about her job. I work at an animal clinic, she said. I love every animal people bring to us. The hardest part is when I have to help put them to sleep so they can pass peacefully. Tears rolled down her face, but she didn't sob. I placed my hand on her shoulder, trying to comfort her. Sorry to hear that. Let's change the topic, lighten the mood a bit. She still looked calm. I'm Fine. So, let me ask you something. Are you single? Do you live alone? I smiled. Why do you want to know? She grinned and placed her hands on my thighs. No reason. I just want to make sure, she said with a smile. Who knows? Maybe I'll go home with you, she added playfully. I leaned closer to give her a small kiss on the cheek, but she turned her head. Her soft lips pressed against mine. A jolt of electricity shot through my brain. She was falling for me. Success. I quickly paid the bill and guided her to my car. I opened the passenger door for her. What a gentleman, she said softly. Do you treat every woman you meet like this? I bit my tongue to stop myself from laughing. If only you knew. She laughed as she got in. We drove off together. Moonlight lit the quiet night. After about 25 minutes, we were getting close to my house. She kept shifting in her seat. How much longer? I'm getting excited. As we drove, She became even more direct, more flirtatious. Almost there, I said. I live near the end of Mindanao Avenue, just a little farther. We'll take a shortcut here. She suddenly gasped. Wait, we're close to Route 4, aren't we? I just shrugged and didn't answer. She leaned closer. Have you heard about this road? Some men were found dead around here. I fought the urge to laugh. Women die here, not men. Well, I said calmly, I hope you're not planning to hurt me. Her hand slid onto my thigh. Slowly, she guided it upward toward my neck. I tightened my grip on the steering wheel, eyes fixed on the road. She leaned closer and whispered in my ear, I'm going to do much worse than that. I forced out a laugh. I'm fragile cargo, beautiful. Handle with care. After that, she went quiet, licking her lips like she was waiting for something. I slowed the car and pulled over along Route 4. Oh, what's wrong? She asked. Why are we stopping? I turned onto a narrow, bumpy dirt road. I don't think I can wait anymore, I whispered. Stop the car. Right now, she shouted. I hesitated for a moment before slowly letting go of the gas until the car came to a stop. She stared at me. I stared back. I knew these were her final moments. I pressed the door lock. Then slowly, I reached for the knife hidden in the door panel. But before I could grab it, she suddenly lunged at me and kissed me violently. Her fingers tangled in my hair. I can't wait either, she whispered. I smiled. She had no idea what was about to happen. We kissed for a few seconds, which turned into minutes. Perfect. This was the moment. I reached again for the knife and gripped it, ready to stab her in the back. But just as I raised my hand, she suddenly stopped kissing me. She quickly reached behind the passenger seat and grabbed something. Before I could react, she covered my mouth with her hand. I've been waiting for this moment for a long time, she whispered. I felt a sharp prick in my neck. A syringe. A cold fire spread through my veins. My muscles instantly weakened. I couldn't move. She smiled as she pushed my seat back, laying me down. I tried to look in her face, searching for even a hint of hesitation. There was none, only calm, terrifying familiarity. She slowly traced her finger along my cheek, smiling like she knew me better than I knew myself. I've been following you for a long time, she whispered. Watching you. Every move, every victim, every perfect kill. You're amazing. I admire you. 12 women, she said calmly. My stomach dropped. Did you really think no one would notice? I tried to breathe deeply, but my body wouldn't respond. Relax, she whispered. You're not my first time. My vision slowly began to fade. The last thing I saw was her smile. A smile like she had been waiting for this moment for a very long time. Then, nothing. I woke up in terrible pain. It felt like something heavy had smashed into my head. My eyelids were heavy. I was dizzy, like poison was still running through my body. Slowly, I opened my eyes. The ceiling. A familiar seating. I was home, in my own bed. I suddenly sat up. Damn. Pain shot through my head from the sudden movement. I looked around. It was definitely my room. All my belongings were there, like nothing had happened. But something felt wrong, a strange feeling below my waist. Breathing heavily, I got up and walked toward the bathroom. I needed to pee. I leaned against the sink, my body still trembling. I opened the zipper of my pants, and then my world stopped. I couldn't breathe. I couldn't speak. It was gone. My manhood was gone. Ice flooded my entire body. I screamed, "Oh Lord! Oh no! Please no! God!" I leaned against the wall, my hands shaking. This wasn't a dream. This wasn't a nightmare. There were bandages across my lower abdomen. Careful, clean, almost like a professional had done it. My hands trembled as I grabbed my head. Her. She did this. Slowly, fear turned into rage. Not just anger, hatred, the kind of anger that burns inside you. "I'll find you. I swear I'll find you," I whispered to the mirror. "I'll find you and I'll finish you." Weeks passed, then months. I searched for her. Every day, I went back to the bar, asked the bartender. No one knew her. No one remembered her. Like she had been nothing but a ghost passing through my life. I visited every animal clinic in the city. One by one, no one matched her description. No employee like her. It was like she never existed. My anger slowly drove me insane. Every time I had to pee, I remembered. Every time I looked in the mirror, I remembered. Her smile, her voice, her words. Every move you make, every victim. Slowly, I began to understand. She had been watching me for a long time, studying me, choosing me, just like I did with my victims. One night, exhausted from searching, I sat in my living room. The house was quiet, completely silent. Then I noticed something on the table. A small box. I had no idea when it got there. Slowly, I approached it. My chest tightened. I opened the box. Inside, a small jar. Something was in it. My entire body went cold. Inside that jar, with my missing organ, and a small note was taped to the lid. Slowly, I read it. "Give thanks, he is good. You're alive. Your sins are absolved in the name of the message was cut off." But on the back of the note, there was another line. "Oops, I'm not religious either. I'm a sinner too. Remember, I'm still watching you." My knees slowly weakened as I stared at the jar. And for the first time in my life, I thought about the 12 women, their faces, the fear in their eyes. And only then did I understand. She wasn't the monster in this story. I was. The end. Quote, "Never do to someone else what you would hate to experience yourself." Sir Sig quote, "Everything we do is seen by God, and the devil sees it too." Sir Sig.
Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed hearing Filipino tales, folklore, and true stories from my culture. The Philippines is a land filled with mystery, old beliefs, and stories that have been passed down from generation to generation. Through this channel, I hope I can share a small part of those stories with all of you. If this story gave you chills, or reminded you of something strange that happened in your own life, then maybe the world is more mysterious than we think. If you enjoy Filipino horror stories, folklore, and real paranormal experiences, and you don't mind that these stories are narrated using an AI voice, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss the next story. And if you have your own scary experience, something you can't explain, something that still haunts you until today, you can send your story to my Facebook page, Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Komiks. I read your messages, and some of them may become the next story featured here on this channel. Remember, sometimes the most terrifying stories are not the ones we imagine. Sometimes they are the ones that really happened. This is Sir Sig, and thank you for listening to Dilaw na Kandila Pinoy Komiks. Until the next story, keep the lights low and keep the candle burning.